Oh. Hold on a sec. I gotta get this door here.
I was holding on to you, Bob.
Ah, you notice. Thank you for loving me. Sorry, honey.
That's okay.
So when I had no water up there, if I went down my creek when my pond was full, I had water in the creek.
Huh.
Interesting. So essentially the creek was acting as a lake with this extra silt in it. Huh. I had this fanciful idea, being a city boy, that one could put a dam across some of these and make a lake that was fairly deep here.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever discussed that out here in terms of a tributary from 9 Mile Creek that you know of?
The 9 Mile drains towards the Green River, and the flow is actually northeast, right? There's some that comes on this side of the divide.
Right.
But
it looks about like 10 feet wide, sometimes 15.
I think that it should be annual precept. In other words, you should try to catch the water that comes through the snow melt and all that other stuff.
Okay.
That's the best, you know, and it may have to be in small portions like this. If a Nukin wants to put a pond above me in the creek, make it about 40 acres. You know, and still that's another 2,000 acre feet. You know, 2,000 acre feet is more water, twice as much water that the city uses. Actually, 4 times the amount of water that the city uses.
Who's this guy,
in 1
Milton?
year.
Finucane.
From the
Finucane. Oh,
Range
Finucane.
Creek.
Okay.
Yeah.
West Ridge.
Is he the guy out of Idaho? Was he out of Iowa or Nebraska or something?
He's the one with the had sisters who
Yeah.
were married to
Yeah.
each guy.
I looked up his address to communicate with him sometime, but we haven't yet.
He's coming out here.
When?
Tell me on the 20th. He stays at the bunkhouse, right there.
Is it staying at the Buckeye?
At my bunkhouse that you guys are in. That's where he stays.
Okay.
This is all the ground I was going to irrigate. 270 acres, I guess. And I was irrigating it for a while, just with pumps and stuff. And now I got to get serious about
What kind of irrigation system were you talking about?
I was going to use pivots, but God, they're 100,000 a piece for a 90-acre pivot. So
I saw a University of Utah guy with sensor controllers on the amount of water on the ground that would limit, you know, the flow on those to make them something like 80 to 90% more efficient or some such thing.
They've gotten a lot more sophisticated. That's nice.
Well, I just think that I just don't want to spend that much money. I just flood irrigate this thing.
Is that one of your uncows? Is that one of your uncows?
That's one of my Wagyu cows right there. I got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and there should be another. There's some more over there. But I just open gates to move them to different pastures, so there's plenty of free form right here.
Yeah.
I always get mad at Gilbert because all that trash. But it isn't Gilbert, it's mostly the people that haul it here.
Yeah.
They don't make them cover their trucks, you know?
Everywhere I've ever been.
About having buffalo?
Okay, yeah. but let me tell you what happens with buffalo. First of all, you got these guys that have been around for 100 years, and they think that buffalo caused brucellosis, right? And but that brucellosis has been eradicated for I don't know how long.
Well, maybe they haven't, read anything in that long.
So what I thought is to bring some buffalo and put them out. I really like that.
That'd be great.
But what happens is I got to have the working facility, right? Wow, that stuff is really expensive because it's bigger than normal.
Working facilities? What
Yeah,
kind of
like
working facilities?
to bring them in and doctor them and all that other stuff,
okay.
squeeze shoes, what have you.
There's a guy named John Malone who is now running the Discovery television networks. He's based out of Denver area. Liberty Media is his own home company, but he got made chairman of the board of this $55 billion media combine. He has bought an amazing chunk of Wyoming, and so has Ted Turner. Ted Turner's trying to turn it back into buffalo grassland, whereas Malone's trying to make more of a working ranch out of it, but it's still just huge. And I don't know, both of them are thinking about turning it over to the Lakota Nation or not when they die, but they know all about that stuff because they're actively messing with the buffalo. So if you want to find a fountain of information and get it on TV while you're at it.
I was talking to a guy who had taken his ranch and he was taking it completely back to original. And he had buffalo.
I think that would be, because cattle are not as free roaming as the buffalo.
Yeah.
And so those cows, the buffalo would roam for ages. But look what's happening up here on the Nutter Ranch.
What's happening?
They're trying to get rid of the buffalo that's coming across the river.
Really?
These guys are really funny,
You can adopt them.
So anyway, they tried to get an open hunt where you could go up there and shoot them, 24/7.
Oh no.
The legislature threw back.
The Buffalo Adoption Project.
And that keeps them from eating too much grass. Right?
Yeah, it makes them feel full.
A couple $100, but hey, look, I still got good grass here. And they've been here all summer long.
Well, we're big advocates of getting all 106 trace minerals into us colloidally, so it's 90% bioavailable, as opposed to just a mineral, because then you're just 90% of it just runs through you. Yeah. But as part of food, having nutrition-rich stuff then marketed, as nutrition-rich. There's even some politicians like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. held a farming conference, making that the #1 focus, where farmers are now paid by the weight of a truck. You come back an hour later, it's full of corn, and you're paid by water weight, and all you need is phosphorus, potassium, and what's the other? My neuron's not firing, but these three things make them bulk up with water, and then you're getting paid for water, not
you don't
nutrition.
want to buy water.
Yeah.